hey y'all. All right, I'm about to I don't know. You know what I mean? What's up, y'all? What's up? Yeah, I'm on. Yeah. All right. Okay. What's up, y'all? Let's finish getting into it. Let's finish getting into the Diddy bop. Woo! So today was Jane still, on the stand testifying and doing her big one. I know, and a lot of people got in trouble. A lot of people got put out of the real trial because they told who Jane was. Um so people gotta be careful. But yeah, today y'all, she threw out some real explosive stuff as her getting abused by Diddy. Um and she did a slow roll too, because remember last week, Friday, she started doing her little her testimony, but she ain't bring out the explosive stuff last week. We all thought she was going to do it Friday, but she did it today. She let it out today. But yeah, let me grab my stuff real quick. Yeah, Jane, she yeah. All right, get down, Bob. Get down, Cole. She did her big one today. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So yeah, I'm gonna just finish up a little bit from Friday because I didn't uh do it Friday. So basically on Friday she was basically saying how she was so in love with Diddy. Like she just wanted to be his main woman. But y'all know Diddy. Diddy is, you know, he's out there. So at one point, y'all know, I think I already told y'all, basically he had a freaking off. Hey Specco, he had to do a freak off. They did a freak off for almost a week. And then one guy, she said that he was very sweaty, and basically he was stinking a little bit, and she was trying to tell Diddy like basically she wanted the condom, and he was like basically no, he not giving her no condom and all of this stuff, you know. So he didn't give her a condom, and he told her turn around and basically, he's gonna do her. And she said he sweated on her and it stunk so bad. On one of the freak offs, I'm just running through the little bit from last week. She had the Earl or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm glad you got that out your system. So yeah, come on, let's get back into it, you know." So she tried to tell him over several times that she don't like this. It's too much for her, you know. And he'll just make her do some more drugs to calm her down, relax her, and all of this stuff. And they get back into the freak offs and stuff. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like, and then get back into the freak offs. But she didn't like the word freak off, so they started calling them hotel nights. So they would call them hotel nights. So it was like for her, after she started doing these FOs with him, basically they really didn't have basically no time together no more. Every time it was time for intimacy, it had to be with somebody else. It was never like where as though it's just me and you, basically us two. It's always have to be somebody else. in the situation. So she basically told him plenty of times that she didn't like it, she didn't feel comfortable, and she was tired. They had to freak off one time for 7 days. Imagine staying up for 7 days freaking off. That is inhumane. How in the world? That's crazy. That's out of control. But then you got to realize they got coke up in them because they used to call the coke what it was cocoa puffs. You had e pills, and I know e pills make you stay up, but then you got the cocaine on top of it, so you probably zoomed the hell out. Cause coke make you up for weeks. That is like ridiculous. Heaven. She said her body was hurting. She was hungry. She was fatigued. Like she just was tired of it. But he still wanted her to go. He still wanted her to participate. And she was saying that the only reason why she was participating in the stuff was because she really loved him. She really loved Diddy. And mind y'all, he's paying her rent. He giving her what, 10,000 every month. So she basically was like, "That's all I gotta do is a freak off." But then when it started getting out of hand, out of control, whereas though she felt as though she couldn't take it no more, she expressed this to him several times. We're gonna get into a clip too because also they played the audio recording of Diddy, and this is basically about most of the testimony that happened today. So they also had text messages between her and Diddy because at one point she got really fed up, like mad because he wasn't answering the phone. So she was like, I'm gonna text him, and she called him she called him HOE. She called him a lot of things because she was just so mad, and she felt like after the freak off, and now what I'm saying, you're not answering my phone, you're not answering my calls, you just ghosted me, treating me like, she said she felt like he was treating her like a piece of shit, and that really hurted her because she in her mind was Diddy slipping up the cream. Girl, they said he wanted some of the guys to basically I don't know if YouTube gonna get me for this because I keep on getting in trouble with YouTube, but he wanted them to basically let off on her, and he would take some of the let off and rub it on his own nipples and stuff like that. I was like, what? Now, woo, it's a bit much, you know. So I'm quite sure he done slurped up some ice cream. I'm quite sure he did. If he did all of that, and then allegedly, even after he did a lot of this stuff, it was like he just didn't know how to chill. Like Diddy was like a battery. Like he was amped up. He was happy about it, and then not even only that, it aroused him. Like he was like an energizer bunny. It keeps going and going and going and going. Most guys after a certain amount of, you know, it don't get up no more because it didn't had enough. Like, I guess his battery ain't never conk out. You kept feeding it though. I guess with the drugs and all of that stuff, it made him stay up. And then mind you, he had the medicine in that those baby oils. She didn't say too much about the baby oils, but she did say on that long week FO that they used like 20 plus bottles of baby oil for that week. Yeah, she did say that. Now that's a lot of baby oil. And was they big? Was they small? Like, it just was a mess. And not only that, he had her traveling from LA to Miami, basically on the plane with DRUGS. And she was like, she asked KK because she went to go pick it up from KK. On going to this road. Yeah, them little ones, they can go. The little ones, them Tootsie Rolls can go, baby. I'm guessing. But anyway, she asked K, like, is this okay? Is it dangerous? And KK told her, it's okay. I do this all the time. So that's how she made Jane feel comfortable. And then a lot of the escorts was coming from Cowboy and Angels. I guess that was the website to find guys, escorts. I guess it was probably like a prostitution website or something, like a back page. That's what I'm guessing that it is. I never heard of it until when she said something about it. So y'all don't get me wrong. But yeah, like I said, Diddy is still paying her rent up until this day. I don't know if he's going to still pay after she done got on the stand and told some explosive stuff and basically told about Diddy. I got into the text messages and also Diddy got a recording of her and she also said she felt disgusting and she tried to express that to him at one time. And she told him that she been keep on getting UTIs and she feels as though she got PTSD. And right now she's been going to therapy. She been in therapy for I think it was 3 months or something like that. But when she was expressing to Diddy about the UTIs and the PSD, he told her to talk to God and that he will pray for her. Like, what kind of stuff is going on? Not only that, now Diddy been moving around too in this courthouse. Her lawyer, I know you ain't saying her lawyer got this rule too. But Diddy been moving around. He done went to the sketch artist and told them why they make him look like a koala. This is what he told the sketch artist. They making him look like a koala. this guy, this guy is basically geeked out. And then they said while she was doing her testimony, he would pull himself up to the chair and like kind of directly be looking at her in her face. And I guess she was like trying not to really look at him in his eye because I'm thinking that this is a type of witness per like you because mind you, you still paying her rent. You still supplying her and making sure she okay. And for her to get up there and testify against you, I guess he was trying to like intimidate her because like yeah, I mean you up here saying all this stuff, you mess around and don't get no bills paid next month. What's this month? Next month is July. Yeah, next month is July. So I guess yeah. If I was him, I know I wouldn't. I already know her, but you gonna get up there and mm-mm. But again, y'all know they gonna do cross tomorrow, so y'all know that they gonna fry her because they also was asking her, do you feel like basically you was great, and she was like, well, most of the time, now I'm not saying all her words verbatim because I didn't write all this stuff down. It was a lot, but I'm just going off the top of my head with some of this stuff. But she basically was saying, um, a lot of the stuff was consent, but then again, she was under the influence too. So, and then she said one time she woke up feeling dizzy. She don't remember a lot of things that happened the night before. So it's like a 50-50 type of situation because you don't even know what happened to you the night before. Only thing you know, he gave you something in the black bottle, and it made her basically too comfortable, whereas though it made her too aroused, and she wasn't used to being like that. And when he called the guy for the freak off, it's like she just jumped on him and got that thing. You know what I'm saying? But let's check out this clip. That's fire.
An ex-girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs back on the stand today, giving graphic and disturbing testimony in the sex trafficking racketeering trial against the rap mogul using the pseudonym Jane. She's testifying she was forced into drug-fueled sexual encounters with male prostitutes that could last for days. Comes after jurors actually heard recordings of Combs' voice for the very first time. Prosecutors played 3 recordings allegedly sent from Combs to Jane. Here's a portion of one of them.
I'm saying I could do whatever I want to, but I didn't. You're straight flipping out on me, and I told you that you had one more time to do this. Flipping out on me because somebody came to work out with me at my house. You're nuts. So be sad, go crazy, do whatever you want to do.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to.
Now, she did admit to kind of being a lot of jealous, and we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But she just wanted him all to herself, and that's not what Diddy wanted. Diddy is a ladies' man, but she thought that she was going to be the only one, and she she basically got treated like he treated all the other ones, you know. And they saying that like he'll be with you for like a year, and then after that year he'll introduce you and be like, let us add somebody in, or let us try something different. And then that once the freak off starts, the FOs, once they start, it's like no ending to it. It just gets worse and worse. Because like she was saying, like the first one was a couple hours. The second one probably was, you know, each time it just went more and more until they did that one that was for a week. That was the longest one she ever basically attend
to all charges. His legal team says all sexual encounters were consensual. For more, let's bring in legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer. So, Brian, what's the significance of these audio recordings, you think, and will they be effective?
So, Kira, for the most part, we've been hearing whether it be AUSA Comey, the lead prosecutor.
And y'all also got to remember, she is not she's a regular smuggler. She's not like she wasn't looking for no record deal. She didn't want to sing. She wasn't trying to act or nothing like that. She just wanted to be with him. But I guess in her brain, she thought it was going to be something like different. I guess she thought it was going to be like I can make him all mine. You know, some women, we believe that we can change some of these guys, some of these men. But as you can see, if he wanted to change, he could have changed. But he loved it, the freak off. He lived for them. He absolutely enjoyed them.
In the case, and Jane reading text messages, but we're also hearing, as you played, some of the audio clips, whether it be audio notes that Sean Combs left for Jane, or if it was a recording, actually, I think the two of them, actually, recording of Sean Combs talking to Jane close in time to when the Cassie civil lawsuit came out. And what I think it does is it gives color to the argument that the government's making here that Sean Combs is either love bombing Jane or attempting to reach out to her at a time that he knows law enforcement is looking to indict him on the charges he's facing now, to kind of do damage control, make sure that she understands that this relationship was consensual, that this is something they both wanted to do, highlighting that she was getting many of these entertainers or male escorts. And so I think for the government, this is very helpful for their case. But I do think the defense might have a different interpretation of this cross-examination for them, likely to start tomorrow with Jane.
So you bet.
Y'all, they gonna fry her tomorrow too. She gonna be fried just like the other two. They gonna do her real dirty, just like they did Capricorn, and like they did Bona. Y'all know they gonna be in her butt tomorrow. But also you gotta remember, he's paying her bills. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she was saying that she wanted to get her own like little job or whatever she wanted to do, like social media and stuff. And he told her no, you know. And not only that, now they on a contract allegedly. What she called it? Basically like they not together, but in her head, that's how obsessed of this man that like she kept on saying, I just wanted him to love me. I just wanted to be like I wanted him. I wanted like, you know, she just wanted him like to herself, but that's not the kind of man that he is. That's why she probably went with the flow. And a lot of the freak offs, she was saying that she did it because she loved him. It wasn't like she did it because she wanted to, because that's what they're going to try to make it seem like. She did it because she wanted to. But then also they asked her, did she know that he was secretly recording her when he like called her and stuff like that? She said no, she didn't know. And not only that, he got these recordings on his phone. So she's saying that she didn't know that she was being recorded, which I don't believe that she you believe. I mean that she did know that she was being recorded, because if you knew that you was being recorded, certain things you wouldn't say over the phone. But he knew he was recording her. That's why he was saying the things that he was saying.
Inside the courtroom, what has Combs' demeanor been like during Jane's testimony?
So the Combs of last week is very different of the Combs of this week. Don't forget that Sean Combs was told that he cannot be doing anything that might influence the jury through that vigorous head nodding or shaking of his head in testimony that he either likely agreed with or disagreed with, and doing so in a very entertaining way, let's say, towards the jury. Now he's much more laid back. He's kind of pushed back in his seat. He's listening to Jane on the stand testify. When there's opportunities to have the text messages or other pieces of evidence shown on the video, you can see him put on his glasses, really scoot up close to Teddy Garagos, who's to his right, and who is also going to be cross-examining Jane, and then looking at the evidence on the screen and participating in his defense. I think he's trying to point out his interpretation of some of these messages and also help Teddy Garagos prepare for her cross-examination.
And Combs' defense team has asked for a mistrial twice now. Even if a mistrial is unlikely, what's the strategy behind it?
So there are two reasons why you would ask for a mistrial in any sense. The first being that perhaps they could stack up on each other. One individual mistrial argument might not be the one to have this case fall apart or fall in favor for the defense, but if there are multiple issues, a judge may second guess the third, fourth, fifth mistrial application and may actually grant it. The other and probably more likely reason is if Sean Combs is convicted of any or all of the crimes, when they go to appeal, they want to make sure they what's called preserve the issue. Because if they don't raise the issue of mistrial during the trial phase, they will not be able to raise it at the appellate stage. And so they might be hoping for a more favorable judge who's not just going to look at one or two applications for a mistrial, but if they're hopeful and lucky they get more down the road, a judge on the appellate level will look at multiple mistrial motions, and they're hoping for a beneficial result at that time.
All right, Brian Buckmeyer, thank you. And for
So on another day, she was so fed up with the stuff. She was just fed up. So she questioned him in reference to a trip that he supposed to took with his family. Allegedly, she heard that he supposed to have been with another woman. And also she was questioning him about Young Miami and this, that, and the third. So she was saying like he went to go tie his shoe. And this is when she got her balls back. This is when she got her balls. That lady said While he was tying his shoe, she took his head and hit his head up to the marble cabinet or the table. Y'all know how the table be, and he bent down, so she hit him, like pushed him, and he hit his head, and they got into like a altercation. Um, she was fighting back, to the point where as though he snatched her by her neck, or picked her up by her neck, and started popping on her and all of this stuff. So she ran into her bedroom, locked the bedroom door. She said he bust that door down, busted down, talking about B, I'm gonna f you up and all of this stuff. So once he bust that down, she ran into like a walk-in closet that had a door. Boom, bust that door in. So now she like kind of like put against the wall, like I gotta get out of here. She in survival mode at this point. So she ran out the house and didn't have no shoes on. She said she ran for about a couple miles and then tried to sit and wait until everything calmed down. So she said she didn't know what time it was or anything, but she believed that she waited for about 2 hours hiding from Diddy. And he's just like outside fussing and cussing and, talking about what he gonna do to her when he catch her and all of this stuff. So she like, just tried to hide until basically everything calmed down. Man, when I tell you she was enraged. At one point, she said that she was in the fetal position and he like basically did a casty on her and stuff like that. But, she was not letting up. She was trying to fight back. So, finally when she thought that he was gone, which he wasn't, she came out of hiding and, tried to get in the house and he was still there and they got into another altercation and he told her go away and take a shower. She said she had knots on her forehead as the size of golf balls. Like imagine what y'all know what a golf ball look like. She probably was exaggerating about that part. Cause if I had a golf ball knot on my, I'm going to the hospital. Something might be going on with the brain, baby. No, you go to the hospital, you go see what the hell. What the hell? You could have, what is called brain bleed. Anything could be going on. But he made her basically get herself together, throw some heels on, and put some makeup and all of this stuff on. And now you got a whole nother freak off. Now you got to perform, and that's the one. Paul. She had Paul. She liked it, Paul. And that's the one that she jumped on, and she said that was the best time of her life. But just imagine, like what I'm saying, how can makeup hide a golf ball size? That's why I said I think she was like exaggerating a little bit because motherfucker be like, what's going on with your head? Because that's the first thing. What the hell happened? Who you was fighting, Mike Tyson? You got knots the side of a golf ball? Like, come on. Like, he said put some ice on it. Just put some ice on it and get yourself together. Get ready so we can do a FO. Like, what? Mister, you must be sick in your head. I'm walking around with knots. And you talking about... And then I know she probably had a headache for days. What days? It's not funny. But this man is diabolical. Like, put a hat on. Man, pull your wig down. Just pull your wig down over top of the bump. Like, ain't nobody gonna know. Are you serious? like, yo, Diddy was dangerous. Diddy was out of this world. Half of this stuff that I was hearing, I was like, no, sir. And after that freak off, she just was like, still mad because I told you I don't want to do this. And then you going to give me some more pills, get me back intoxicated. After I got this brain contusion, and you talking about, come on, put some heels on and get yourself together and let's, And she was saying, like, she just wanted to go to dinner and all of this stuff and have a nice time. He finally took her out to dinner and all of this winding down her. That's something that she was loaning for because she just wanted to be treated like a real girlfriend or a real woman. She wanted to be treated. But the kind of guy that we are looking at, he's not the kind that he will wind and dine at the beginning, like she said. But then after the freak offs, a lot of that stuff stopped. Or is that me and you time and that time with us together? A lot of that kind of like went up and stuck. Because now most of all our time is basically, on these FOs. Then when I call you, you don't answer the phone, and he was basically on that recording. I'm going to play it again. It's a little short one. I'm going to play it again in the free. But it just was like, he couldn't give her basically what she wanted. And for real, he should have told her that from the beginning. And then we don't know. He probably did. Expressed himself and said, look, I'm not, looking for a woman. But y'all know that they supposed to have been together up until he got arrested. And the day before, the day he got arrested, she's supposed to have been going to fly out to meet him. But he wound up getting arrested before she even could come. So they was still had dealings. So I was like, I ain't gonna say she was scared because she did. I don't know. She got strength enough to bang his head up against that wall. She was like, I'm tired of this. And sometimes when you is mad, sometimes women blank out. Our feelings and blood. We emotional creatures. Y'all like enough is enough. I'ma F this man up. That's probably what she was saying in her head. But then when he overpowered her, even though she did fight back, but when he overpowered her, she probably couldn't handle it. And then he in the rage, you in the rage, and y'all know he's still a man, at the end of the day. So, it wasn't like she was fighting one of those, community people. He's still a man. Even though we done heard stories about him being, but he still was a man, but that day she felt good, like I'm gonna get him. And she did what she could do. But she did try to fight him. She did. And she initiated it. And she said it on the stand. I was angry and I took his head and boom. And then it was up from there. Some guys, even after 2 hours, well, she said she don't know how long she was hiding. But for him to still be there for 2 hours waiting, she said it felt like 2 hours. She don't really know how long it was. And he was still there, popping stuff, wanting to fight more, wanting to get. It's all right. That's another thing I forgot. So that same day, she said when she was in the shower trying to, because he told her, get yourself together for the FO, and make sure you put some heels and all of this stuff on. Get cute, put some makeup on your little contusions, and da da da. while she was in the shower, she said he came in there and smacked her like 3 more times, like pow, pow, pow. Just smacked her like three, and you in the shower. And he just came in there and popped you upside your head. And he believed also that she cheated on him. But if we in a contract situation, we are not together. Why would you be upset if I'm seeing somebody else? But I don't even think she really had time to see somebody else. And she said she was telling him that I didn't. Like, I'm not fucking with nobody else. I'm not messing with nobody else. And he didn't want to believe it. He believed that she been seeing Paul on the side. Yeah, he believed that her and Paul was doing the deed without him behind his back, but she denying that allegedly. So she is basically not. She said no. I mean, I believe that she was really in love with Diddy. Most of all these women was in love with Diddy. All of them, even Capricorn, even if they didn't even have a sexual relationship, but she had a crush on him, and she texted him and told him that I got this big old crush on you, But they never was like in a relationship. They did have, ex, but well, she was saying that he groped on her and all of this stuff, but they bust that down, But you telling him you love him and you doing all of this stuff. You will call him every now and then. If you need anything, I still love you. I got you and this thing. Yup. Love is money. Love is money. But see, they ain't understand what comes with the money. What do they say? More money, more problems. He never said, like, you can get this money, but I got to whip your ass too. You gotta take a couple punches, you know what I'm saying? Like, but she was very emotional. Jane today, she was emotional. Um, she just, I don't know. To me, it was like he knew how to pick them. He know how to get the women that are, I'm gonna say, vulnerable, you know, and use that money like I got you. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Because she said he put one of the pills in her mouth, and he was like, "Is this basically like making you do something out your will?" I forget the word that he used for it, but she said that he was so close to her face, and she had to basically say no, like but she was scared. She was scared, like Diddy is a trip. And the way, I don't think she getting her rent paid next month. That's all I'm saying. So she better have a plan. She better have a plan right now. Right now. Because, ooh, he's going to cut her off today. Even though she basically said that it wasn't like a forced situation, but at the end of the day, he was feeding her the drug. Because once you said he put it in your mouth, so that ain't saying that you took it willingly. Now somebody forced something in your mouth and you scared. That's a crime. If anything, give it to me in my hand. Let me put it in my own mouth. All right, let's listen to this little clip one more time.
I could do whatever I want to, but I didn't. You know what I mean? And I told you that you had one more time to do this. Flipping out on me because somebody came to work out with me at my house.
And he said, I told you you had one more time to do this. And that could mean I already told you, if you do something else goofy and you keep on acting all jealous, I ain't paying your rent no more. I told you you had one more time to do this. Because what else could he be talking about? What else could he be like talking about? Or she not getting her allowance, or you not getting nothing, period. I told you you got one more time to play with me. You know what I'm saying? He might as well say it. But mind you, he knows he's recording himself. She didn't know that he was recording her. But then again, we didn't even hear her response either. They didn't even play that. This came from off of ABC, so they only, I don't know. This is the only thing that I seen anybody play was this little piece. But we don't know what was her response. That's what I wanted to hear. What did she say? Because just hearing his side and not hearing her side is like, we can basically make of it of what our opinion is. And that's what my opinion is. I'm thinking he was saying, I told you you only got one more time to do this, and you did it again, so I'm going to have to probably take the money back or not pay the rent or not give you the allowance or not even take you no more or just leave you alone all the way for good, So, one more time. Yep, I told you had one more time. So that's what I'm saying. What can he be really be talking about? Because now you holding something over her head. It's like bribery because she probably, if she don't have no never job and she ain't got no never means to pay her bills, only him. So now I gotta go with this because I need that until I can find something on my own. And that's another thing, like all of this time, because they wasn't living together. Diddy had his own house. She had hers. He was paying for it. So you still had ample time to basically establish something. Because it wasn't like he was with you, 24 hours a day. I believe he probably had cameras and stuff in her house or something. Because Diddy liked to record everything. He likes to record everything. I'm going to tell you another thing, too. She said, let's finish
You're nuts. So be sad, go crazy, do whatever you want to do.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Do whatever the fuck you want to do. And is that a threat? You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be a threat. Also, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Because at the end of the day, I need that money. I got to pay my bills. I got a child. If we lose that, we ain't going to be able to live in no big old, big old apartment in the sky. Like, we moved on up. Now, mind you, he still was paying it to this day. So, anyway, y'all check it out. So, she said they would have movie nights. With they little, do they little drinks and they little, movie nights. But the movie nights was basically watching FO tapes. She said they would watch tapes of other people, tapes of them too. She even bought him a mobile television that he can carry with him to watch these FOs when they wasn't together and stuff like that. Like he don't even watch real TV or regular TV. He watch FOs. Like I think he had a actual demon on him or something. Ain't that much X in the world. That's just it's inhumane. Like you don't even watch like nothing, but you or somebody else effing off, that's when you know you have a problem. He was addicted to this stuff. This was a addiction that he had. You know, some people be addicted to certain things. He was probably addicted to sex, and that's just my opinion. That's my word, y'all. So don't you know what I'm saying? Condemn me. I'm just saying. I believe that he was addicted to X, and with the drugs, made him, yup, made him more demonic, made him more actual enticing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just it got his adrenaline pumping. Like, it just was something to do. He just was addicted. And that's just, I think that's what the problem was. He was heavily addicted to X. And the drugs make you stay up and make you basically like she said, when he gave her that stuff in that black bottle, it just made her more aroused. It made her um just wanted it. Just wanted it more. You know, but this man, I mean, it's nothing wrong with being addicted, but when you drugging people, thank you, y'all. Hit the likes, hit the likes. When you drugging people and putting stuff in their mouth and making them basically, you know what I'm saying? And I call it bribery, because it's like, if you don't do this, I ain't gonna do this. If you don't do this, FO, I ain't paying that. I ain't paying that. You got one more time. I told you you had one more fucking time to play with. Hmm. And once again, she believed that they was in a relationship. So she didn't believe, like, oh, I'm basically, you know, I'm mad with him because he probably was, you know, entertaining another female. She believed that they was still together. Still together. Old time. No. Not even only that, when he made the proposal, basically, we just gonna have what it was, like a relationship, and he asked her, well, not a relationship where it's though, like, you know, we boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff like that. We not doing that no more. We just gonna have what he called it, a fun or something. He ain't say actual, but he ain't said, like, I forget what he said. But anyway, he asked her, how much did you want? And she wanted 15K. And he said, nah, I'm gonna give you 10. And that's what she accepted, you know? So yeah, as long as you basically be in these FOs. She was after that money. She said her dignity for the dollar. She sold her dignity for the dollar. Definitely. Her dignity, her hoes. I'm talking about circle hoes. Not like a hoe, like a ho. But she sold them hoes. She, like you said, she wanted that money. She sold her soul. Everything she, yeah, I'm telling you, Cross gonna wear her insult tomorrow. They gonna wear her out. She think she crying today. Huh. She just wanted him to love her back. She just wanted to love, just love. Cause his name was Love. Remember, he changed the name to Love. Where is the love? Where is the love? He wasn't worrying about no love. He was just worrying about the ex. That's it. That's all Diddy was worrying about, was the ex. Hey, Ahem. Hello. Your voice is intoxicating. Thank you so much. Aw. That is crazy. We may have a freak off. Psych. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, y'all. He was just trying to find people who was like him, who was interested in, and see, he would get the good women, the good girls, but I think a lot of them was vulnerable and they was weak, and she was weak up until that day she stood up and she was like, I'm tired of it. And she rammed that head. She took that head through that motherfucker. Through that, yeah. She she wanted to bust his head. I can't believe it though. But it seems like she the only one, and that's probably what gave him more anger. Oh, this bee gonna hit me? This bee gonna hit me? Oh, why? Because nobody else at this point or no other woman got on that stand and said that they tried to fight back or you know what I'm saying. Now, mind you, he didn't hit Jane. She said when he bent down to tie his shoe, she took him and pushed his head up against that counter, like the bottom part, because now he down. And she was just so mad. She was just enraged, you know, kind of like him. And sometimes I ain't going to even lie. Sometimes when you in a relationship, you can create a monster. She probably wasn't that kind of girl, but she probably was like, you know what? I had enough. I done did all these FOs and I tried to love him and he gonna be sitting up there entertaining another wench and she ain't did a FO. I know you fucking lying. And that right there could have just made her angry and made her knock his head up on that thing. And I was like, go ahead, girl. Yes. I was like, hold up. I was like, go ahead, girl. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody stood up. Like somebody was just tired. And she told him numerous times, I don't like this freak off stuff. You basically turned that lady out. You turned that lady all the way out. She getting UTIs, bacteria infections, all kinds of stuff. Dealing with all these different type of Tootsie Rolls all up in her. And you don't want nobody to use no protection. And when she asked to use the protection, you told her no and gave her the look like you better. Come on now. You got this lady doing, and nobody is doing like. First of all, you should be trying to protect yourself. Diddy, did he do it? You should be trying to protect yourself, sir. All of this kind of diseases is going on out here. You should have been wanting to protect yourself from the beginning. Allegedly, he don't like the rubbers on. He don't even want to see them on nobody's Tootsie Roll. I'm gonna just say a Tootsie Roll. He don't want to see the rubbers on the Tootsie Roll. He just want to see some real. And this is what I'm saying. Where he wanted to be a porn star, or he wanted to make people out as porn stars. Now, when you a porn star, they test you for all kinds of everything before they even let you even indulge. You have to get tested for everything. You have to get tested to make sure everybody is safe. Don't nobody want to be walking away with an STD. Better yet, something that you can't get rid of. Now, another thing, we heard that he had the hurt. We don't know how true that is because we don't know his medical history. But, you know what I'm saying? And that's, what if he was just spreading that over or around too? You know what I'm saying? Like you got a FO for a whole week, different people, different men, in and out, in and out, in and out. Nobody is protected. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. It's like you didn't care about nobody's house, not even your own. Mm, mm, mm. Then they were saying, oh, it's how they leave these rooms. We know that they had the baby all over the place, but then some of these rooms was left can I say bloody? I don't know. Bloody, dirty Tootsie Roll. Dirty Tootsie Roll. Some of these rooms was left with blood in them. These rooms have to be cleaned for a whole week. So once you get this room, we gotta clean it. We gotta tear it, definitely like tear it apart. It's just nasty. Dirty Tootsie Roll gave it to a young man allegedly. Yeah, yeah, I heard that too. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe he. That's probably why he didn't want to use rubbers, cause he probably wanted to pick. Cause who have all of this I'm sorry, without protection? And then some of these people you meeting them off of Cowboys and Angels, and some of these people were strippers from clubs. Nobody is tested. You just like you opening yourself up to a whole world of some other stuff that you probably can't get rid of. It seems that he had more effort to make money. Yes, yes, and that's the thing. What the? When do you get some rest, sir? Sir, do you sleep? I wonder if they gonna put Diddy on the stand, and what is he gonna basically be held accountable for? What is he gonna admit? What is he gonna say? I just hope that he wound up getting up there and telling his side. We done heard a lot of other people's sides, and it's more people that's scared to come out. You know, but I'm just wondering, what is he gonna say if he get on this stand? I swear, they gotta let him up there. They gotta let him go because maybe we can get a clear understanding and a little bit of what his mind frame was. You know, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Like he probably like a vampire. He probably sleep all day and be up all night. But again, like you saying, who's making the money? Who's running the company? Who is in charge? If you got time for all of this, who is actually running the show? I hope he do get up there and do his testimony and say his side of the story. But y'all know that they was trying to get a mistrial today, which haven't been granted as of yet. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But the judge is not giving him no mistrial. There's a lot of dynamics to this situation, and there's a lot of inside stuff that I still ain't really, you know what I'm saying, get into. It's just a lot. My main focus is I just wanted I'm interested in these stories that these people are telling because a lot of this stuff is not coming out on the news. You know, they just basically saying what's going on, the prosecution, what's going on, how it's going down, what's going to happen next, and all of this stuff. But I just wanted to bring y'all the people's story. the stories that they're telling on P. Diddy / Sean Puffy Combs / love. Yeah, but I just wanted to bring y'all a little bit of the tea of what's going on up in these rooms and what is they talking about. Because the news is not really breaking it down. You know, they just telling us the basics and stuff like that. But yeah. So I'll be back tomorrow with the rest because I know Cross is going to tear her up tomorrow. So yeah, just be focused. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share this if y'all want to, and subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you for coming through. To the newbies, we had Aham. Nobody else but my girl, one of my best top moderators, Sweat Code in the building. Guys, thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe if y'all already haven't. Thank you for coming through, Sweat Code. I love you. Thank you for always supporting my channel. And y'all make sure y'all also go and check out Playing Games for $1. Play games for $1. You might don't win a lot of dollars, but you will definitely win something. So check out Play Games for $1, y'all. I love y'all. Everybody be safe. Make sure y'all stay prayed up and be safe out there.